Ekran yansıma etkisi oluyoruz.
Hocam, you can share your screen if you want, but I'm so sorry for the delay because of the technical difficulties. And there are some people in the class, but there's no one, I think, in the Zoom. But I'm going to quickly present our speaker. Alp Brauder is a BA student in English language teaching at Department of Bursa Uludağ University. As a BA student, he wants to pursue an academic career where he conducts various researches, particularly on ELT, applied linguistics, and English literature. And his research interests includes first and second language acquisition, language variation, teaching English to speakers of other languages, and English literature. Hocam, you can start whenever you want.
Okay.
Right.
So is there any time limit for the presentation?
You have 15 minutes now.
Okay then. So can you see my screen now?
Not right now. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I'm just starting right now. Okay, so first of all, I would like to thank you for providing me such an invaluable opportunity to present my paper in your presence, in your conference. And so today here I present my paper with the title of Exploring the Classroom Management Orientations of Turkish EFL Teachers, based on gender, teaching level, and experience variables. So basically what we are trying to do here is to determine what classroom management orientations Turkish EFL teachers have, and how gender, teaching level, and experience variables affect these orientations. So let's start with the concept of classroom management. So to describe classroom management, a basic question comes forward. What does classroom management mean? So in basic terms, classroom management is related to how we as teachers manage the classroom environment and maintain a peaceful classroom environment. And as you know, without classroom management, no classroom can be considered in full potential. So also there's an descriptive image here. There's a descriptive image here, and you might be an outstanding teacher, exceptional teacher. You have perfect lesson plans and you have perfect bulletin boards, but if you do not have appropriate classroom management skills, you are likely to fail in passing down your knowledge to your students. So classroom management is fairly important. And also, so before we are teachers, let's consider ourselves as individuals. We have each of us has different types of personality, and we reflect our personality in our daily lives. We reflect this no matter where we are. So as teachers, while working, we reflect our personality, and we demonstrate a part of ourselves in classroom environment. Therefore, different orientations may arise within the classroom environment. So let's just learn about these three basic classroom management orientations of the teachers, which the literature describes. So I put them in a hierarchical order from the most controlling to the least controlling. And in the first one, in the first category, we have interventionism, the most controlling, as its name, the most controlling group, as its name refers. So interventionist teachers usually see that students in the classroom environment should accept that teacher is the sole authority of the classroom. This is the general, this is the common sense. And For the second one, interactionism, for the third one, non-interventionism, it is the least controlling group. It's just the quite opposite of the interventionist type. And in the interactionism, this is in midway. It's neither too controlling nor too relaxing. So interactionists adopt both from interventionist and non-interventionist approaches. And there are certain factors in the literature that might affect the classroom management orientations of the teachers. And here we have 3 examples from the literature. And the first one is from Çakmak 2019. Çakmak studies worked with 36 Turkish EFL teachers with different experience levels to determine if experience factor is important when it comes to classroom management orientations. However, the results indicated that experience level did not significantly affect the classroom management orientations of the teachers. And also in the second one, Ali Akbari and Haidarzadeh 2015 found that gender did not particularly affect the Iranian teachers' orientations and their actual beliefs. And for the third one, Saidi 2016 proposed that both experience and gender affected the classroom management orientations of the teachers. So as you can see from here, we can implicate that there are different opinions, there are different results in the literature. So here in the scope of our research, we try to gather 3 important variables: experience, gender, teaching level under the same roof, and answer the following research questions. Which classroom management styles do Turkish EFL teachers adopt the most on the basis of instructional and behavioral management? And the second one is, to what extent do gender, experience, and teaching level variables impact the attitudes and beliefs of teachers towards classroom management? So basically, we are trying to investigate the relationship between classroom management orientations and 3 important variables: gender, experience, and teaching level. So in the research, there were 200 Turkish EFL participants, were 200 Turkish EFL teachers, and 110 of the participants were female Turkish EFL teachers, whereas 90 of them were male Turkish EFL teachers. And educational backgrounds consisted of, as usual, BA, MA, and PhD. And the vast amount of the participants hold a BA degree, and the rest of them hold MA and PhD degrees. And 40 teachers from each of 5 different institutions: primary, secondary, high school, tertiary, and private English course, participated in the present study. Experience levels were also changing, and 65 of the participants, had less than 5 years of experience, ranging from 1 to 4, and 50 participants had 5 to 9 years of experience. 34 had 10 to 15 years of experience, and 51 had 15 plus years of experience. Actually, as you see in the last one, there's no limits. It might be 20 years of experience, 30 years of experience, so we did not restrict this one. Okay, so as for the instruments, it consists of 2 sections: data collection tools and data analysis tools. To start with, data collection tools, we only have 1 data collection tool with the name of behavioral and instructional Management Scale, aka BIMS. It has been developed by Martin and Sass in 2010. It's an ordinal scale from strongly agree, which corresponds to 6, and from strongly agree to which corresponds to 6, to strongly disagree, which corresponds to 1. And in addition, and the scale consists of 24 items. So as for the data analysis tools, we used 3 types of different analysis methods, and the first one is Welch t-test. It has been utilized to compare the differences between female and male participants. As you know, the number of female participants is 110, whereas the number of the male participants is 90. So we had to use Welch test to learn about the difference between 2 groups. And also, in order to pinpoint if the data have been distributed normally, we utilized Shapiro-Wilk test of normality. And as a last but not least, one-way analysis of variance, aka one-way ANOVA. It has been utilized to compare more than 2 groups and understand the effect of teaching level and teaching experience on teachers. Actually, not teachers, classroom management orientations. And so let's proceed with the procedure. And the data has been prepared using Google Forms, and it has been distributed either digitally or face-to-face. So 28 items. The 20 actually, in addition to 24 items of BIMS, I used four more items in my data gathering, and the data gathering process took 4 months and 9 days, from 15th January to 9th May. Okay, so when it comes to results and discussion, gender. So as we said, we employed Welch t-test to find out if gender is a strong predictor when it comes to classroom management orientations. So the results indicate that there is no statistically significant difference between male and female participants, with the p-value of 0.7836. As you can see from the mean, even though the numbers are not equal, you can see that there's not much difference between male and female participants. Okay, so for the teaching level, we just divided the IMS into 2 categories: behavioral management and instructional management. And
I'm interrupting, but can we speed up a little bit? Is it okay?
oh, okay. So did I miss anything?
Sorry?
Did I miss anything, or?
No, just because of the time, can we just speed up a little?
Oh, okay. So we have behavioral management scale, and for the behavioral management scale, statistically significant differences have been observed in it between the groups. So as you can see from here, the means might seem equal, but might seem similar, but they are not. Actually, they possess great differences, and the observed effect size is 0.4, which corresponds to large. And for the instructional management scale, also similar to behavioral management scale, statistically significant differences have arisen between groups, and we had to reject H0 hypothesis due to p-value, and the observed effect is medium. There's not much difference. It's a medium difference between groups. And for the overall scorings, the p-value is, we also had to reject p-value, and it's it is it is large enough to be statistically significant with the effect size of 0.45. Okay, so for the teaching experience, we first utilized Shapirovic test of normality, and except for the less than 5 group, the least experienced group, all of them have been distributed equally. Like, yes. Okay, so since the sample is larger than 30 in each, and each is considered to have equal variances, analysis of variance has been applied to 4 groups. And so the difference due to rejecting the H0 hypothesis, it is accepted that the means of all groups are considered to be equal. So this led us to the result that there is not much there is no statistically significant difference between groups. Okay, so for the conclusion, we concluded that most of the vast quantity of Turkish EFL teachers have still been adopting an interventionist approach. In BIMS, primary level teachers became the most controlling group, whereas private English course teachers became the least controlling group. Secondary level and high school level teachers also followed primary school their primary school level colleagues, and they are at least as interventionists as the primary school level teachers. And tertiary level and private English course teachers became the least controlling group. They are close to being non-interventionists, a little bit of interactionists, and neither gender nor experience did not significantly affect the orientations of the teachers. So unfortunately, there were some restrictions in the study, and I just summarized them. And here, the first restriction is that these only reflect the contextual classroom environment. So we need to integrate observation or other methods of support, other supplementary methods to corroborate, to consolidate the data we obtained from the BIMS. And also, in order to ensure the responses, students should participate in the research as well. So here we used references. These are the references of the research, and so I want to thank you again for providing me such an invaluable opportunity to present my paper.
All right, thank you so much, Hocam.
You're welcome. Do you have any questions, by the way?
Any questions? All right, it was all perfectly clear. Thank you so much, and also thank you, and sorry again for your patience with us.
No, not at all.
I'm waiting for our second speaker, but I don't think she's here yet.
Okay, so do I stop sharing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
People are thinking here. Your certificate will be sent via email, by the way, and people are thanking you for your great presentation.
Oh, thank you. I thank them again. I'm more than grateful. Okay, so do I leave the session? Should I leave the session?
You can leave if you want, or if you want, since there's no other speaker other than you, you can share other things if you want, because I rushed you. But
well, if there's no speaker, I can, actually, there's not much to talk about the class management. I think I perfectly pointed out every detail about my research. At least I tried to do that. So. And actually, during the presentation, I was a little bit nervous, and sometimes I confused words and I didn't know what to say
I know.
during time, so just pardon me. Okay, then, so um, I guess it's time to leave.
All right. Thank you so much again.
Okay, see you. Take care.
We are live. If she comes, I'll let you know. You're moving the other region. No problem.